I walked away, but something stayed in the quiet where we used to lay. Every street still knows our names, even though everything has changed. The wind still carries echoes near, like you're somehow still right here. I left that house, I caught my train, but my heart stayed behind. You can leave a place behind, but love doesn't always follow. My heart stayed behind in the moments we couldn't keep, lost between the words we never said and the promises we couldn't meet. I'm moving on, but only in time, not in the place where you were mine. Every mile reminds me why my heart stayed behind. The seasons change the world outside, but not the emptiness inside. Every sunrise feels the same, still waking up to your name. I found new roads, I found new skies, but I still see you in my eyes. No matter where this life may lead, part of me will never leave. If love could find what's left of me, we'll return to where we used to be. Some goodbyes never truly end, they live beneath the skin. My heart stayed behind with every dream we used to chase. Though the years have carried me away, I still belong to that place. Maybe someday I'll be whole again, when memory finally lets me rest. Until that day, one truth remains: my heart stayed behind. I left with empty hands, but the best part of me never came home. We were one kiss from forever, one yes from changing everything, one last train we never boarded, one last song we didn't sing. Your hand was only inches from mine, but fear can steal what love begins. Now every road I walk alone ends where we almost were. Some dreams don't break all at once, they disappear one chance at a time. We're 1,000 almost, a million what could have been. Two hearts caught between hello and where goodbye begins. We were so close to forever, close enough to see the light. Now all I hold are echoes that fade into the night. If love had one more heartbeat, if time gave one more chance, maybe we'd be a memory instead of 1,000 almost. I still drive past that old cafe where we planned our life ahead. The chairs have changed, the lights are new, but your laughter fills my head. People say the heart moves on like rivers find see. Mine still circles yesterday, searching for what couldn't be. Maybe somewhere in another sky we never let each other go. Maybe another version of us found the courage we didn't know. We're 1,000 almost still written in the stars. A story missing just one page, a song that lost its final chord. I'll keep your name where hope survives in every dream I never lost. Because the hardest love to leave behind is the one that almost lasted. Some love stories aren't remembered for how they ended. They're remembered for how close they came. I saw the distance in your eyes long before you said the last goodbye. Your smile faded, your touch grew cold, leaving me with stories never told. We shared a house but lived alone, two hearts turning into stone. You stopped reaching for my hand before I could understand. Love doesn't always leave with a slam. Sometimes it slips away as quietly as it began. I was broken before goodbye, crying long before you walked away, watching forever slowly fade. One silent night, one lonely day, you left your shadow in my soul, taking every piece that made me whole. The hardest part wasn't watching you leave, it was losing you while you were still with me. Your side of the room grew colder each night, even though you slept beneath the same moonlight. We spoke in words that meant so little, while our love cracked down the middle. I kept believing we'd survive, holding on to what was barely alive. But hope can't heal a heart alone when love has already gone. If I could go back to where we began, I'd hold you tighter than I ever can. But time won't rewind and tears can't mend a love that quietly reached its end. I was broken before goodbye, before the tears, before the night. The end is started long before you walked out through that open door. Now every sunrise reminds me why some hearts shatter without a cry. You never needed one last lie, because I was already broken before goodbye. Sometimes the deepest heartbreak isn't the moment someone leaves, it's realizing they left your heart before they left your life. Still catch myself walking soft past your room, like I'm trying not to wake up the ghost of the moon. The sweater you left is still draped on the chair, holding on to the ghost of the scent of your hair. I haven't moved a single glass on the shelf. I'm living in a museum I built for myself. And there's dust on the doorframe, right where you stood, tracing the height of the years that were good. Now the tally marks fade under layers of gray, just like the forever you whispered that day. I'm scared if I clean, if I wipe it all bare, I'll finally have proof that you're no longer there. The mail's piling up with a name I can't say. I move it to the counter, then walk the other way. The clock in the hall is running out of its beat, like it's tired of watching me in mid-defeat. Every window is clouded, every mirror is dim, and the light in the kitchen is flickering thin. And there's dust on the doorframe, right where you stood, tracing the height of the years that were good. Now the tally marks fade under layers of gray, just like the forever you whispered that day. I'm scared if I clean, if I wipe it all bare, I'll finally have proof that you're no longer there. They say that it's healing to let the air in, to sweep out the corners where memories spin. But I'd rather go blind in this silver-lined room than see a world without any trace of you. So I'll leave the window shut tight to the sky, and let the years settle, and let the time fly. Just a house full of shadows, and a heart full of blame, and a little more dust on the mark by your name. Would you like me to suggest a chord progression or a specific musical style to match these lyrics? We carved our dreams into the summer sky, certain forever would never say goodbye. You held my hand like time would never change. Now all that's left is your empty name. The picture smile from a shelf of dust, reminding me of broken trust. I never thought forever could end this way, but every promise fades. The words we distant melody wrapped in pain. The house we built still stands the same, but nothing feels like home again. I've learned that memories never sleep. They find their way into my dreams. No matter how hard I try to let go, your love is all I've ever known. If I could rewrite our last goodbye, I'd never let the silence win. I'd tell you love was worth the fight. Before we lost what could have been, every promise fades, but love remains, living quietly inside the pain. No time keeps pulling us apart. You'll always have a place inside my heart. Maybe forever isn't what we planned. Maybe it slips right through our hands, but every tear still softly says, I remember. When every promise stayed, some promises are never broken by words. They simply fade, one quiet day at a time. Found the calendar we marked for June. A little circle round a Sunday afternoon. You wrote our day in a script so bold and bright, before the shadows came and swallowed up the light. Now the pages turning yellow on the wall, a quiet witness to the way we let it fall. And they just forgotten promises drifting in the air, like the ghost of a ribbon you used to wear in your hair. Words that felt like mountains, now they're shifting sand, slipping through the fingers of her tired, empty hand. We built a castle out of breath, and always and forever. Now I'm just the keeper of the ties we had to sever. Promised me we'd see the northern coast. Now I'm the only one who's haunted by the ghost of the maps we traced and the bags we never packed, of the simple loyalty we both so clearly lacked. It's not the shouting keeps me up at night, it's the quiet fading of the things we swore were right. Does a vow still matter if there's no one left to heal? Does it never leave you vanish after just a year? I'm still standing by the altar, you said, while you're building something new inside ever forgotten, like a name in the rain. Forgotten the relief and the pain. You broke them so softly, I didn't even cry until the forever turned into goodbye. Since this song focuses on broken vows, would you like to arrange a track list to see how it follows? Broken without goodbye. The clock strikes 12, the city sleeps, but your memory won't let me dream. The moonlight spills across the floor, like you're walking through that door. Your jacket's still beside the chair, your favorite perfume fills the air. I close my eyes to stop the pain, but it all comes back again. Daylight teaches me how to pretend. Midnight tells me how much I still miss you. It's heartbreak at midnight, when the silence screams your name. Every shadow looks like you, every tear falls just the same. The stars keep shining overhead while I'm talking to the emptiness. Morning feels so far away, when it's heartbreak at midnight. The radio plays our favorite song, and suddenly the room feels wrong. Every lyric brings you near, then reminds me you're not here. I watch the rain race down the glass like memories I can't outlast. The night keeps holding on to you long after I should too. Till the dawn, before forever came undone. It's heartbreak at midnight, where yesterday refuses to die. Every dream still calls your name, every prayer asks heaven why. Maybe one day midnight will lose its power over me, but until that morning finally comes, I'll keep surviving. Heartbreak at midnight. The world falls asleep, but broken hearts always stay awake at midnight. I tried to drown the signal in the static of the day, to find a different frequency and wash the blue away. I rearranged the bookshelf, I painted over white, to keep the ghost of always from visiting at night. But a certain kind of coffee, or the way the curtains lean, brings back every single pixel of the life we used to mean. And I keep remembering you, a record with a skip, like a glass of silver water that I'm forced to take a sip. I can run 1,000 miles, I can change every name, but the heartbeat in the center stays exactly the same. It's a stubborn kind of haunting, a lock with no key. I keep remembering you, and you're still a part of me. I saw a shadow on the pavement that had the way you walk, and for a jagged second I forgot we didn't talk. I nearly reached for my pocket just to send a little text, before the weight of never showed me what was coming next. It's a reflex in the marrow, it's a phantom in the bone, the habit of belonging when I'm standing here alone. They say the mind is a garden where the weeds eventually die, that the sun will burn them maybe from a heavy winter sky. But you're a deep-rooted secret, a permanent stain, and I'm just the soil holding on to all the rain. Yeah, I keep remembering you, like a record with a skip, like a glass of silver water that I'm forced to take a sip. I can run 1,000 miles, I can change every name, but the heartbeat in the center stays exactly the same. It's a stubborn kind of haunting, a lock with no key. I keep remembering you, and you're still a part of me. Still there in the morning light, still there in the middle of the night. I try to forget, but the heart won't do. I keep remembering you. The song highlights the persistence of memory. Would you like to see a final track list for the album, to see where this unending loop fits best? I still leave the porch light on, like somehow you'll find your way back home. The coffee brews for two each time, even though I've been alone. Your picture catches morning light, a silent smile in an empty room. I tell myself you're only gone, then reality same, because love never learned to stop. I still call your name. The seasons changed outside my door, but your memory never did. Every road I walk alone still leads to where we live. I've met 1,000 strangers, yet no one feels like you. Some souls leave footprints so deep, time can't erase the truth. If the wind could carry one last prayer, I'd send it wherever you are, not to ask you to come back, only to tell you you are still loved. I still call your name when the stars begin to shine, not because I think you'll answer, but because you're still a part of mine. Maybe someday the ache will fade, maybe someday my heart will change. Until that quiet morning comes, I'll keep whispering, I'll keep believing, I'll still call your name. The hardest names to forget are the ones the heart still says in silence. I built a life on the words that you spoke, while you were just looking for a light in the smoke. I was the anchor, the heart, and the home, while you were just resting before you would roam. I gave you the keys and I gave you the bed, but I was just a chapter you'd already read. I was just temporary, a stop on the way, a place for your heart to hide for a day. I was the season before your real spring, a song that you liked but forgot how to sing. It's a bitter kind of hollow, finally seeing that I was just a ghost in your version of being. You moved on so fast, like you planned the escape, while I'm still here tracing your shadow and shape. I thought we were building a forever design, but I was just a moment, a point on a line. You didn't leave a sorry or a look in your eye, you just stepped out of my life and into the sky. How do you survive when the always was a lie? When you realize you were just a way to get by. I poured my soul into a cup with a crack, while you were already halfway on the track. No thank you, no stay, just the sound of the wind as you walked away. I was a rest, I was a view, but I never really mattered to you. I was just temporary. Yeah, I was just temporary. Mm-hmm. hit in the same old spot, but I'm still tangled in the forget-me-not. I've ran out of reasons and ran out of pride, with no more secrets left to bury inside. They say that the well eventually goes dry, but I'm still finding new ways to say goodbye. And I'm still crying, even after the rain, even after the world has moved on from the pain. I'm a slow motion river, a steady cold flow of the forever that you used to let go. I've changed the locks and I've changed the view, but I'm still crying and I'm still missing you. It's not a loud sob or a desperate plea, just a quiet vibration in the center of me. It's the salt in the coffee and the sting in the air, the phantom sensation of you standing there. I'm exhausted from grieving, I'm tired of the fight with the ghost of your ghost in the middle of the night. Is there a finish line I haven't reached yet? A final deep breath for a specialized regret. I'm a prisoner of memory, a slave to the past, while you're already happy and moving so fast. Still stinging, still sharp, like a broken string on a hollowed out harp. The salt on my cheek, the red in my eye. I'm still waiting for the well to go dry. I'm still crying. Yeah, I'm still crying. Still crying. I tried to take the pictures down and hide them in a box. I tried to change the rhythm of the heavy iron locks. I told my friends I'm moving on, I'm finding someone new, but every road I'm walking down just leads me back to you. I'm wearing different colors now, I'm trying on a smile, but I'm only ever faking for a little while. Because the truth is in the quiet, in the middle of the night, when I'm searching for your shadow in the silver blue light. I can tell the world it's over, I can swear that I am free, but you're still the only heartbeat that is living inside me. You can take your love to Nashville, you can leave me in the rain, but I'm still yours in the center of the pain. I saw your favorite book today, the one with folded pages, the one we used to read together through the different stages. I almost reached to call you just to tell you what I found, before I remembered that you're no longer around. It's a reflex in the mirror, it's a ghost inside the bone, the habit of belonging when I'm actually alone. If you never come back, if you never say a word, if the us we used to be is a song that's never heard, I'll still be the keeper of the promises we made, standing in the sunlight while I'm living in your shade. The truth is in the quiet, in the middle of the night, when I'm searching for your shadow in the silver blue light. I can tell the world it's over, I can swear that I am free, but you're still the only heartbeat that is living inside me. Yeah, the truth is in the quiet, in the middle of the night, but I'm searching for your shadow in the center blind. Turn the TV off to kill the glare, but the silence is louder than I can bear. I'm listening to the house begin to settle, the hum of the fridge and the ring of the kettle, but underneath the static and the floorboard creaks, there's a heavy rhythm that's been here for weeks. Just lonely heartbeats in an empty room, echoing like hammers in a quiet gloom. One for the always, one for the gone, thumping in the dark until the break of dawn. It's a solo percussion, a hollowed out sound, the only thing left since you aren't around. Only heartbeat. I put my hand against the center of my chest, trying to put this restless ghost to rest, but it's a stubborn muscle, a persistent ache that won't let me forget every choice we didn't make. It's calling out a name that no one answers now, a physical reminder of a broken down vow. Does it sound this loud in your house too? Or is your world filled up with something new? I'm a prisoner of the pulse, a slave to the beat, and a life that's been left so bittersweet and incomplete. Thump, thump, in the blue. Thump, thump, missing you. It's the only clock that's still ticking in here. Only heartbeats, yeah, just lonely heartbeats. You didn't slam the door that day, you simply turned and walked away. No angry words, no final fight, just silence fading into night. Your coffee cup still sits untouched, a reminder I still miss too much. The house remembers every sound, even though you're not slowly drift away. Love left quietly without a sound, leaving shattered dreams scattered on the ground. No last kiss, no tears to dry, just empty rooms asking me why. You disappeared like the setting sun before I knew we'd come undone. The loudest pain I've ever known was love leaving quietly alone. I still sleep on your side sometimes, trying to rewind forgotten time. Your name still echoes through my mind like a melody I cannot leave behind. I wear a smile the world believes, while my heart still mourns what couldn't be. Every sunrise feels the same, another day without your name. If I had known that night was our last, I'd have held your hand a little longer. Some goodbyes are never spoken, yet they leave the deepest scars. Love left quietly, but the silence stayed, living in every memory we made. Though the seasons change outside, your absence never leaves my side. Maybe someday these tears will fade, maybe these wounds won't feel the same. But until that morning finally arrives, I'll remember how love left quietly. Not every goodbye is spoken, some are written in silence. There's a picture hanging on the wall, still catching light from the afternoon sun. The echoes of your laughter linger like they never truly left this home. Your favorite chair sits by the window, a quiet witness to the years. Every corner holds a heartbeat, every room remembers tears. Time can change the pain on these walls, but it can't erase what they have seen. Love was here, you can still feel it in the air. In every hallway, every doorway, there's a piece of us somewhere. Though your footsteps disappeared, your memory never left this place. The house still whispers softly, love was here. Flowers bloom outside the porch, just like they did when you were mine. The seasons keep on changing, but some moments never leave time. I still hear our favorite song whenever the rain begins to fall. Some melodies outlive forever, some goodbyes outlive us all. If these has been there. Love was here. People may leave, seasons may change, but the places touched by true love never forget. The morning's already halfway through the sky, but I'm still caught in the rhythm of the why. I've used every towel and I've used every sleep, trying to find a way to just let my spirit leave. But the salt keeps on rising, a well with no floor, leaking through the cracks of the hallway door. And my tears won't stop falling, no matter the time. They're a steady cold river, a specialized climb. I've tried to go numb and I've tried to go cold, but they're telling a story that's never been told. The world says it's over, the world says I'm free, but my tears won't stop falling, and they're finishing me. I'll be fine for a minute, I'll be fine for a day, then a shadow will move in a familiar way, and the floodgates just open, the silver starts to flow without any warning or any way of knowing. I'm a prisoner of water, a slave to the sting, in the absence of every beautiful thing. Is there a limit to the grief I can hold, to the nevers and no's that are starting to mold? I'm reaching for a desert, I'm reaching for the dry, but I'm drowning in a permanent and heavy-hearted sky. Still falling, still wet, in the middle of a deep-seated heavy regret. No fine, no done, just the salt and the sting and the setting of the sun. My tears won't stop falling, they just won't stop. The chemical smell fills up the kitchen sink. It takes exactly 60 seconds to think. White borders holding a mid-July day, before we learn how to throw it away. I light a match just to see your face glow. One last time before I let you go. The corner catches and the cardboard curls, melting the best of our beautiful worlds. The glossy coat bubbles, the colors start to bleed, burning the only proof of us that I'll ever need. Watch the Polaroid twist in the fire, that's taking over our highest desire. The smiles that we were turn to chocolate sparks, a 60-second memory that shows I'm here. shirt turns to black and gray. The beach in the background is washing away. The heat hits the sand where our hands used to hold. Now it's just embers turning heavy and cold. It's a 5-inch funeral for what we used to be, destroying the version of you that loved me. No backup drives, no digital trace, just ashes falling in an empty space. It's easier to burn it than to look at it now, to wander darkly where we broke apart. The smoke gets in my eyes and it makes me cry, but it's the only way to say a final goodbye. Watch the Polaroid twist in the fire, as taking over our highest desire. The smiles that we wore turn to charcoal and smoke. A 60-second memory that choked. Time erasing the ether, iron spark by spark, watching our brightest days turn completely dark. Yeah, the Polaroid's burning in the fire. Just a pile of ash in the grate, a little bit too late. The flash is gone, the frame is black, I can't bring us back. I'm staring at the spot where the picture used to hang, before the slammed door and the way the silence rang. The nails still biting deep into the plaster and the paint, a tiny jagged shadow, a memory turning faint. I thought about filling it or hiding it from view, but it's the only thing left open between me and you. There's a stillness in the drywall, a hum inside the beam, like the house is holding on to every broken dream. It's the sound of the settle, the weight of the floor, waiting for a footstep that doesn't come no more. Every crack in the ceiling, every dent in the hall, it's just a different way of leaning against a hollow wall, against a hollow wall. I pressed my ear against the white just to hear the rain, but all I heard was the echoing of an old refrain. We used to joke the walls within, we'd whisper through the night. Now they feel like mountains standing in the light. The insulation's heavy, cold and gray and thick, telling me that letting go is the only magic trick. You can paint it over 1,000 different times, but the structure remembers the rhythms and the rhymes. The wood might be rotten, the foundation might slip, but the stillness is the only thing that's got me in its grip. Inside the beam, like the house is holding on to every broken dream. It's the sound of the settle, the weight of the floor, waiting for a footstep that doesn't come no more. Every crack in the ceiling, every dent in the hole, it's just a different way of leaning against a hollow wall. A hollow wall, just a skeleton of pine, listening to the quiet in this house that isn't mine. Would you like to explore a melodic structure for this? Or perhaps some visual imagery for a potential music video? I stood by the window and watched the car idle. A moment so heavy, a moment so final. I had the words polished, I had the plea ready, but the look in your eyes was too cold and too steady. I realized the anchor was dragging the floor, and I couldn't be the one holding the door anymore. It was the day I let you go alone into the grave. The first time I didn't beg for you to stay. I watched the road swallow the red of your lights and felt the beginning of 1,000 cold nights. No more chasing, no more us to be known. On the day I finally let you go alone, my hands were shaking as I turned the deadbolt, waiting for the regret or the lightning bolt jolt. But it was just quiet, a hollowed out piece, watching the tension finally find its release. I've been a passenger in your private war, but I'm not crossing that border with you anymore. I used to think loving was holding on tight, even when the stars were all falling from sight. But the bravest thing I ever had to do was stand on the curb and not follow you. No wait, no stop, just the quiet sound of the final drop. I'm still here in the zone, but I'm breathing again now that you're gone. The day I let you go, yeah, I let you go alone. I'm the one who threw the first stone at the glass, watching the shadows of our better days pass. I was careless with the gold you put in my hand. Now I'm just a ruler of a desert of sand. I can't even blame the wind or the rain. I'm the only architect of all of this pain. This is the heartbreak I deserve. every sharp word and every cold nerve. I broke the only thing that was ever true, and now the only ghost in this house is you. It's a bitter cup, but I'll take every swerve, because this is the heartbreak I deserve. You warned me the ice was getting too thin, but I just kept dancing with my favorite sin. I saw the tears start to well in your eyes, and I traded your truth for my comfortable lies. Now the silence is screaming my name through the halls, and I'm the one who built up these four lonely walls. Don't come back to save me, don't tell me it's fine. I need to feel every inch of this line. Let the regret soak deep in my skin. This is where my penance finally begins. Yeah, I'm reaping the seeds that I sowed in the dark. Just a cold dying ember without any spark. I deserve this, I deserve the hurt, leaving my heart face down in the dirt. The heartbreak I deserve.